My name's Stephen Barkoczy. I'm a professor in the Faculty of Law and also the Director of Teaching in the Faculty of Law. I am a winner of the Vice-Chancellor's Award for Teaching Excellence and also a winner of the ALTC Award for teaching in the area of law. I also won in 2008 the Prime Minister's Award for Australian University Teacher of the Year. Well, I think for a compelling teaching award application, you really have to have a theme and a story that you're telling, which really sort of displays not just how you teach, but what you contribute to your students. I think your application has to be supported by strong evidence, and I think consistent evidence over a period of time. So it's very important to for people considering putting in applications to prepare in advance for these. It can be quite a few years of preparation to gather the evidence for these types of awards. But ultimately, it's telling an individual story about what you do and what you contribute to teaching, and having a theme running through that is very, very important. The theme of my application was really the blend of bringing research, teaching and practice together. So my application was very much based on the experiences that I've had in practicing my area of law, which is taxation law, and merging that with my research in taxation law, the books I'm involved in, and also merging that with the practical application of the law in the classroom. So for instance, in a lot of the units I teach, I don't just teach through standard textbooks, I also use commercial documents to teach students and take them through exercises using investigating documents and working from the document back into the law rather than perhaps just looking at the law in the abstract. So my application tried to show that I sort of bring the practice of the law into the classroom. The drafting of the application really needs to be set out clearly. Obviously, to do that, it's very important that you address the criteria for the award. When addressing the criteria, I think it really helps to have clear headings and underneath each of those headings to address the relevant criteria. I think it's important not to repeat the criteria, but to build progressively through your nomination or application your theme, and each of those criteria should progressively build rather than be repeating the same point. Make the point once and make it well. And at the same time make sure that when you've got lots and lots of data that you get the essence of the data across. So perhaps summarising data is quite often more useful than just listing lots and lots of statistics. Planning to go for a teaching award, I think you really need to collect evidence progressively through your career, because it's very hard to locate students in the future if you want supporting statements from them. In my case, as I was teaching a final year unit, a lot of my students, or virtually all of my students, had left the university, and I put in my application a number of supporting statements, but it was necessary to find those students and locate those students to get that information. So to save yourselves the problem of chasing up students in the future, it's probably wise to, if you're thinking about doing a teaching application in the next couple of years, to progressively build your portfolio of evidence to support your application. Okay, putting together one of these applications involves a lot of work, but one of the benefits of doing that is it really formalises in your own mind what you actually do about teaching. I've been teaching for 20 years, and over that period it was the first time I really got to set out and structure in my own mind what I've actually been doing with my teaching over that period. So what it does is it formalises within your own mind what you're doing with your teaching, where you should be heading, what you want to achieve with your teaching, and it actually gets you to reflect on how students perceive your teaching as well, because your application really needs to be supported by student feedback.